Amen. You know, you took that right out of that question away from me because I was about to ask you that. How is everything going with your kids? But now, and did you have a relationship with them? But you answered that question already. Now, let me ask you this: the children that you have with Harrell, do your children communicate with him, write him, or
Yes,
they do?
yes, yes. I my son, he's a nurse. He works in the emergency room. He takes care of his brother. He's trying to uh my son is took it the hardest because he's the boy, and who his father is. He doesn't. He changed his name. He was a junior, but he changed it because he refused to be named after him. So he changed his name, and he has them, and he's raising them, and he has two twin boys himself. And I talked to my girls, and I let them know that what he did do not define who they are. By his mistakes, they're still they sisters and brothers,
Mm-hmm.
and they have no hatred or anything. My one child even tried to reach out to Harrell because she's godly, and she feel like we have to forgive. And I let each of my kids decide what they choose to do. I just myself um I have no words for him because he hasn't taken responsibility. He doesn't tell the truth. It's all about money for him or how he can come up off a gambling debt, and until then he won't have peace. And that's why I have peace because I've I've accept my responsibility of the part that I played, and that part is not protecting my daughter by any means necessary.
Amen to that. Let's talk about the police. Some misconduct. Did the police charge? I read somewhere that the police charged you for a crime or something that was had reached this the statute of limitation.
Yes. Well, they gave me some Class D felonies. I'm charged with second degree murder. They gave me 15 years for that, 85%. I completed that on 5/6/2020.
Mm-hmm.
Then they gave me tampering with physical evidence, and they got me of a removal of a corpse and child endangerment. I I take full responsibility of second felony because I did not get my baby help, and I knew. I take responsibility for that. I even take responsibility for child endangerment for not protecting her like a mother do. But as far as tampering with evidence and removal of a corpse, I don't feel like that's fair because if I didn't do it, how would you know? I'm really upset with the police because everybody, Presido committee, um, Larry, the police department, everybody's made money off my child, but everybody was sloppy trying to find out who she was. It took a army. It took my baby in a dream going to an army man to find what the cops looked over. Couldn't even find with dogs and everything. They couldn't even
Wow.
find it. And then they found that on April 28th,
Mm-hmm.
and the man found that on May 1st.
What was like for him to do that to this baby? This is why I'm surprised. He's not dead in
Yes,
prison.
and I'm just like, it's sick. But I mean, 'cause when I close my eyes and I see my baby, um, I see her. I begged when I hold her, I begged God to take me. I begged him just to wake her up, and he could take me. I would take her place, and he didn't. He didn't. And I have to believe that I'm here for somebody, or that my story is to help somebody. I just have to believe that my daughter didn't die in vain. She didn't, and that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to make money. I'm not trying to get rich. I just want to help any Michelle and Erica out there that a man is manipulating you. It's addictive. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to wear. You don't know what to say. You can't have friends. You isolated. Get out. especially when it's kids involved. Get out. Put them first, because at the end of the day, men's come and go. All we have is our children.
Most definitely. And it's just, Harrell, like you say, you're a woman of God now, so you have to forgive him to move on. And
But I would never forget.
you would never forget. We would have to forgive him, but you never forget, because
Yes.
God tells us to forgive.
Yes.
So you can't hold hatred in your heart towards him.
Yes.
With your
Yes.
newfound religion and all. Hey, it's I'm just breaking it down, and I'm being real, dude. Me, I don't like the man. I'm gonna tell you why I dislike the dude. Right? I can't even call him a man. I'm gonna call him a dude. I dislike this dude because I reached out to him to interview him first, because I'm like, well, he's the main guy. He did this. So I want to hear his side of the story. So when he called me, right?
You have 1 minute left.
It was all about, well, my family ain't looking out for me because you put something on my books for me, and whoop, whoop, this and that. And
you'll never get the truth.
Right.
You'll never get the truth.
And how I ended up with you is because I'm interviewing Terry Blair. Terry Blair was like, stay away from that dude. He's a liar and he's trouble. Talk directly to Michelle, because Michelle came clean and told me what happened. She admitted what happened, confessed it to me when we were in gym together. He said y'all was talking through a vent. And so I gotta shout him out, because he's an innocent man. That just the evidence against him, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up at all. And
that's Kansas City. And exactly what I'm saying. They don't care who they get. They don't care who takes the crime.
At the